हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू सरकारी स्टडी पॉइंट। सो स्टूडेंट्स, आज की क्लास में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग पार्ट 2 और इसमें हम अपने नेक्स्ट 100 एमसीक्यूज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। नाउ स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन। ड्रॉइंग ऑफ द पार्टनर्स आर डेबिटेड टू कैपिटल अकाउंट। देखिए हम इसको कैसे लर्न कर सकते हैं। ऑल assets have debit balance, all liabilities have credit balance। तो कैपिटल अकाउंट का बैलेंस क्या होगा? क्रेडिट होगा। और जब भी वो माइनस होगा, जब भी उसमें से हम कुछ पर्सनल यूज के लिए ड्रॉ करेंगे, विड्रॉ करेंगे, तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? डेबिट हो जाएगा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। अ पार्टनर हैज टू पे इंटरेस्ट ऑन ड्रॉइंग्स। व्हाट इज द एंट्री इन द पर्सनल अकाउंट ऑफ द पार्टनर? इंटरेस्ट ऑन ड्राइंग की पर्सनल अकाउंट में क्या एंट्री होगी? डेबिट पार्टनर्स करंट अकाउंट। तो पार्टनर्स का जो करंट अकाउंट है उसको हम डेबिट कर देंगे। सैलरी पेड टू पार्टनर शुड बी, क्या हम इसे डेबिट करेंगे? नहीं करेंगे। क्रेडिट? नो। क्रेडिट टू पीएल? नो। तो इसका आंसर क्या आ जाएगा? ऑप्शन डी। इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल अकाउंट, ये क्या हो जाएगा? डेबिट टू प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट एंड क्रेडिट टू पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। एट द टाइम ऑफ एडमिशन ऑफ अ न्यू पार्टनर द फर्म इज डिसॉल्व्ड। तो फर्म क्या हो जाएगी? डिसॉल्व हो जाएगी। At the time of admission, an incoming partner contributes as goodwill, may or may not pay cash for goodwill। वो goodwill के लिए कैश पे भी कर सकता है और नहीं भी। Goodwill is valued as 2 years purchase of average profit of the 3 previous years are 15,000. The value of goodwill be, तो वैल्यू ऑफ गुडविल क्या आ जाएगी? 15,000 मल्टीप्लाई बाय ईयर्स ऑफ परचेज। इन दिस क्वेश्चन ईयर्स ऑफ परचेज कितने हैं? 2। सो गुडविल इज 30,000। आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। वैल्यू ऑफ गुडविल एग्रीड अपॉन ₹30,000 ऑन सी एस एडमिशन एंड allowing him 1/4 share of total profit. Goodwill is brought in cash. The amount of goodwill be as, तो वो कितनी गुडविल लेके आएगा? 1/4, 30,000 डिवाइड बाय 4, that is 7,500. Option B is the right answer. Next question. Goodwill of the firm is valued as 30,000. C, an incoming partner purchase 1/4 share of total profit. Goodwill be raised in the books. Books में तो goodwill वही रहने वाली है। सो इसका आंसर क्या आ जाएगा? ऑप्शन ए। इसमें हमें उन्होंने ये नहीं पूछा कि इनकमिंग पार्टनर कितनी गुडविल लेकर आएगा, लेकिन गुडविल जो बुक्स में रहने वाली है वो कितनी आ जाएगी? 30,000. An incoming partner pay his share of goodwill in cash and profit sharing ratio of old partner is changed. Goodwill be distributed among old partners according to their sacrifice ratio. At the time of admission of a new partner, general reserve is credited to capital of old partners. Next question. A new partner may be admitted to a partnership with the consent of all the partners. नया पार्टनर कैसे आएगा? पुराने पार्टनर्स की कंसेंट के साथ। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। At the time of a new partner, goodwill belongs only to the old partner who have credited it. In the revaluation account, a decrease in the value of plant and machinery appears on the debit side. In the revaluation account, an increase in the value of land and building appears on the credit side. If it's increased, then credit side. If it's decreased, then debit side. The partnership may come to an end due to the death of partner, insolvency of partner or by giving notice. So इसका आंसर क्या आ जाएगा? ऑप्शन डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इन केस ऑफ रिटायरमेंट ऑफ अ पार्टनर, फुल गुडविल इज क्रेडिटेड टू द अकाउंट ऑफ ऑल पार्टनर्स. रिटायरमेंट के केस में गुडविल सभी के अकाउंट्स में क्रेडिट हो जाएगी. Revaluation account is operated to find out gain or loss at the time of admission of a partner, retirement of a partner or death of a partner. Answer is option D, all of the above. Partner's equity is affected due to retirement, admission or death of a partner. Option D is the right answer. The accounting procedure at the retirement of a partner is valued. जब भी कोई अकाउंट किसी पार्टनर की रिटायरमेंट होती है तो उस वक्त हम क्या क्या करते हैं? हम एसेट्स और लायबिलिटी को रिवैल्यू करते हैं, उसके गुडविल का शेयर कितना है ये फाइंड आउट करते हैं और उसका हमें कितना अमाउंट पे करना है. सो इसका आंसर क्या आ जाएगा? ऑप्शन डी. If the remaining partner want to continue the business after the retirement of a partner, a new partnership agreement necessary. An account operated to ascertain the loss or gain at the death of a partner is called as revaluation account. Amount due to outgoing partner is shown in the balance sheet as his loan. The loss or gain an account of revaluation at the time of retirement of a partner is shared by all the partners. जो भी कोई लॉस और गेन है वो इसको सारे पार्टनर्स शेयर करेंगे. On the retirement of a partner, any reserve being should be transferred to the capital account of all partners in the old profit sharing ratio. All partners, old profit sharing ratio. Retirement or death of a partner is dissolution of partnership agreement. If all the partners but one are insolvent, it is dissolution of firm. If all the partners but one are solvent, it is dissolution of firm. At the time of dissolution, non-cash assets are transferred to realization account. At the time of dissolution, non-cash assets are credited with book value. If a partner takes over an asset of the firm, his capital account will be debited with the amount as agreed. Loss on realization is distributed among partners according to their profit and loss ratio. Loss on realization is debited to partner's capital account. When all the partners are insolvent, creditors will be paid rateably. The persons who have entered into partnership business are individually called as realization account. The persons who have entered into partnership business are individually called as partners. If no provision is made in agreement regarding the duration of the partnership at will. A person who declares by word of mouth as partner of the firm is called as estoppel partner. A person who receives a share of profits from one of the regular partner is called as sub-partner. The agreement among partners which set out the terms on which they had agreed to form a partnership is called as partnership deed. Next question. Every partner has a right to be consulted in all matters affecting the business of partnership. For the firm, interest on drawing is income. A credit balance on a partner's current account is part of capital. Old profit sharing ratio minus new profit sharing ratio is called as sacrificing ratio. One of the very important question for all competitive exams. A is drawing 500 regularly on the 16th of every month. He will have to pay interest in a year on rupees 6,000 for the total period of dash months given rate of interest. इस केस में हम कैलकुलेट करने वाले हैं मंथ्स को. तो मंथ्स को हम कैलकुलेट कैसे करेंगे कि जब वो फर्स्ट टाइम 500 विड्रॉ करेगा तो उसके पास इंटरेस्ट कितने मंथ्स का लगेगा 11.5 और नेक्स्ट टाइम 10.5 और इस तरह से ये ड्यूरेशन कम होती जाएगी, राइट? तो जिस तरह से अब ये 6.5 देन 5.5 4.5 इस तरह से हम 1 मंथ इसमें से लेस करते जाएंगे. एट द एंड 0.5. तो ये टोटल कितने मंथ्स हो गए 72. बट ईयर के अकॉर्डिंग हम इसको डिवाइड करेंगे 12 से. तो अब कितने मंथ्स रह गए इसमें 6 मंथ्स, राइट? सो इसका आंसर क्या आ जाएगा ऑप्शन बी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. फॉर एनी डिक्रीज इन द वैल्यू ऑफ लायबिलिटी revaluation account is to be credited. Revaluation account is a nominal account. ये भी one of the important question है. When goodwill is brought in cash by new partner, method is known as premium method. Section 37 of Partnership Act provided interest on the amount left by retiring or decreased partner at 6%. When a partner dies, firm will receive the full amount of policy. At the time of dissolution, all the assets of firm are transferred to the realization account at book value. Balance of realization account is transferred to the capital account of partners in profit sharing ratio. Next question. The decision is Gardner versus Murray was given in 1904. गार्नर वर्सेस मुरे का जो केस है वो क्या है कि जो भी कोई लॉस हुआ है हमें, एनी लॉस should be shared in the ratio of the last agreed capital balance. लास्ट एग्रीड जैसे ही फर्म का डिसोल्यूशन होने वाला है उसके बाद जो कैपिटल है उसकी रेशो में इस लॉस को हम डिवाइड कर देंगे. तो ये कौन सा केस था? गार्डनर वर्सेस मुर्रे. When an asset is acquired on hire purchase system, the asset account is debited with cash price of the asset in the books of the hire purchaser. तो एसेट अकाउंट कौन से अमाउंट से डेबिट होगा? कैश प्राइस अमाउंट से. if the firm stops making repayments and the goods or assets are taken away from them as a result, this is known as repossession. On the balance sheet of a company, the value of the asset brought through hire purchase will appear as cost less depreciation to date. The depreciation on an asset purchased through hire purchase should be based on cost price of the asset only. The interest charged on the hire purchase should appear in the profit and loss account. In what manner? The interest charged in that period only should be included. Ownership of goods under hire purchase agreement is transferred at the time of payment of last installment. जब लास्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट पे करेंगे तभी ओनरशिप इसकी ट्रांसफर होगी. Which of the following doesn't give a difference between a hire purchase and a normal purchase? That is quality of the asset purchase. चाहे आप कैसे भी परचेज करो, एसेट की जो क्वालिटी है उसमें कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है रहने वाला. The act of buying an asset without having to make full payment in the immediate future is known as hire purchase. The amount of interest is credited by the buyer to the hire vendor account. The depreciation in the books of buyer is charged on cash price. Hire charges depreciation on cash price. What is transferred to hirer under hire purchase system? That is possession of asset. Hire Purchase Act is passed in the year 1972. The Sale of Goods Act is applicable in credit purchases. Under which system ownership is transferred on payment of final installment? That is installment system. Under hire purchase system, the buyer is called as hire vendor. Under hire purchase system, who has the right of sell? Hire vendor. Under the hire purchase system, the agreement can be terminated. Installment system is governed by Sales of Goods Act. Under hire purchase system, the retail price of the article is called as retail price. The advance amount under hire purchase system is called as down payment. Under hire purchase system, interest is calculated on outstanding balance. If the hire purchaser fails to make payment of any installment, it is called as default. If the hire vendor may take away all the goods on which there is default of installment, it is called as complete repossession. The hire vendor takes away only a portion of the goods on which there is default of installments. It is called as partial repossession. In the books of hirer, for payment of installment, hire vendor account will be debited. In the books of hirer, for interest due at the end of the year, hire vendor account will be credited. In the books of hirer, the interest and depreciation account will be transferred to profit and loss account. Nature of hire purchase agreement is option to buy. In case of hire purchase, the total sum payable by the hire purchaser as per terms in order to complete the transaction is hire purchase price. Under hire purchase system, the buyer doesn't get ownership of goods immediately. Cash price means the price at which goods can be purchased by the hirer for ready cash. Down payment is the initial payment made at the time of signing of hire purchase agreement. The difference between hire purchase price and cash price is called as hire charges. One of the important question. In order to deal with the repossession of the hire, vendor operates an account called as goods repossessed account. Hire purchase price is equals to cash price plus total interest. Cash price is equals to hire purchase price minus total interest. Which of the following statement is false? A shareholder is the agent of the company. This is false. Which of the following are the characteristics of a company? A company is a separate body, can sue and be sued in its own name. Share application and allotment account is a personal account. Security premium account is shown on the liability side of the balance sheet under the head reserve and surplus. As per section 78 of the Companies Act, amount collected as premium on securities cannot be utilized for purchase of fixed assets. This is one of the very important question. The portion of the authorized capital which can be called up only on the liquidation of the company is called as reserve capital. Which of the following statement is false? Shares can be partly paid up. Buyback must be authorized by the articles. It's true. A special resolution must be passed for buyback. True. The ratio of debt owned by the company is not more than the twice of the capital. True. If the shares are bought back out of free reserves, then a sum equal to nominal value of shares so bought back is transferred to capital resumption reserve account. Maximum buyback limit in any year is 25% of its total paid up equity share capital and reserves. Now the last question is, which of the following statement is false? Bonus issue is made out of the free reserve or security premium collected in cash only. It's true. No bonus issue shall be made within 12 months of any public or right issue. True. Company can issue bonus shares in any ratio. Bonus shares can be issued out revaluation profit. So this is wrong. So students, इस तरह से हमारे 200 क्वेश्चंस अब तक कंप्लीट होते हैं. आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इस वीडियो को शेयर करो सो दैट कि हमें मोटिवेशन मिले कि हम जल्दी से जल्दी और क्लासेस और MCQs आपके लिए लेकर आएं. सो थैंक यू एवरीवन.